Hello, what's up guys? I'm Kyle from KGR, and today we're taking a look at the 4-inch Jakks Pacific Classic Metal Sonic. Now, originally, I was gonna do an unboxing bit of it and then take a look at this figure, but you see this camera up here? This is my iPhone that I'm using. I ran out of storage, like 8 minutes or 7 minutes into the video. Take two. So before we take a look at this figure, let's take a look at what remains of the box. So, we got the front bubble with includes an accessory. Let's find out what that is later. Then we got the inner remains that is like completely obliterated. I really struggled opening this thing. I am not good at unboxings. I'm sorry. But Sonic, Metal Sonic, then there's this side, and then the other side says, oh look, he can move. Oh look, here's the other characters. Oh look, we got this at Ross. Which, by the way, I didn't find this at Ross. A friend of mine was at Ross. I don't know if he toy hunts himself or what he does. But my buddy Alex, shout out to my friend Alex, he found this for me. He asked me if I wanted this, and he also found something else. Give me a sec. He also found me this Infinite figure, so we're gonna unbox that in another video. Anyway, he picked this out for me, so thank you so much, Alex. He also wants me to do a thing called Fan of the Week, so congratulations, you're Fan of the Week. But then the bio says, you know, Sonic, Metal Sonic, one of the most powerful robots in the world. Metal Sonic was created by Dr. Eggman. And there's not really much else to go alongside that. So, cool. So now that we got that out of the way, here's Metal. Yeah, his little accessory. Yeah. Which also, by the way, I make a decent amount of Sonic content. So if you sub, that'd be cool. I got a lot of stuff coming. But if you don't sub, I don't blame you. This video is terrible. So let's see this thing spin. It's Eggman on both sides. It's kind of like a nightmare if you're playing a Sonic game where like you get to the end post, but like it's still Eggman. It just doesn't stop spinning. It's never going to be Sonic. I find that hilarious, but that's okay. But then we got Metal himself, the real reason why we're here. So we already have a 4-inch modern Metal Sonic, so this is our first classic one in 4-inch. And they killed it. And for a 4-inch figure, he's actually articulated very well, and it makes me question why we haven't gotten more of that in the rest of the 4-inch line, but that's okay. So we got the swivel for the neck. Then we got the ball hinge for the shoulders on both sides. We got a little bit of a bend at the elbow as well as a little bit of a bicep swivel, so you can rotate that. And then a ball peg at the wrist. Then the legs go forward and backwards. The knees also bend, and you also do the swivel on that, but I don't feel like you really need to for that. But then the ankles are on ball pegs, which I find really funny because, you know, this is a hinge and it's a ball peg in there. I don't know. I'm silly. I'm sorry. Then when it comes to the hands, we got an open hand as well as a gripping hand. I'm not sure why we need a gripping hand, but that's okay. I can see the hips getting loose over the years because they're already a little bit loose on my figure. But overall, like, he's a very simple, like, look. So paint apps are impressive when they put them on anyway. And I just like the way he looks. Like, just look at this. This thing looks so cool. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. I kind of wish they went for a more gray or silver or some type of metallic paint job for like any of the metal looking parts, or, you know, just him as a whole. I don't know why Jakks is so scared of metallic paint. I don't think there's lead in it, so I don't know what's happening. But before we compare this with other figures in the line, I want to compare this goalpost right here, because this is not our first goalpost that we've gotten in Jakks Sonic collection. So we also have this one. This is from the capsule playset where you get like a classic Sonic 2.5-inch, a couple animals, as well as a capsule, and then it comes with this guy. So this is really cool. What's really cool about it to me is that these are two completely different renders. Now sound off in the comments, like, do you know which ones these are from? Because if you can tell me where these two renders are from, or I guess three, then you're a true Sonic fan. That'd be cool. And you can call me a fake Sonic fan, because I want to guess this is from like Sonic 1. I can see them using this in CD. And I think this is from Sonic 2? I think? Oh no, I didn't really play much of the classic games. I'm not very good at them, so I didn't play them all too much. But now, when it comes to comparing the classic Metal Sonic to other figures, this is the part of the video that's really gonna suck, because I don't have a 4-inch classic Sonic to compare him to. You see, I bought this 3-pack when it was on sale for my niece's birthday. Now, my niece's birthday isn't until like another 2 months. So we got a bit of time to hold on to this. And this is the only 4-inch classic Sonic figure that is in my house. Because, another confession, I don't really collect the 4-inch Jakks figures all that much, but there's a good reason. Here is my massive toy collection, okay? Now keep in mind, I don't have a whole lot of space left anymore. But when it comes to my Sonic figure collection, for the most part, it consists of the Jazzwares figures from back when I used to shop at Toys R Us over 10 years ago. But not only that, but I have every main character in the Jazzwares line. So this collection means a whole lot to me. So I don't want to take it down to put the Jakks collection in there, which is also a shame because the Jakks collection is fantastic and I wish I had the space for all those figures. So you're probably wondering why I bought this anyway, and I promise it wasn't just for content. When there's certain figures that come out, like the Chaos figure or Omega or Mephiles, I'll buy those despite if they blend in with my Jazzwares collection or not. But I already have a Jazzwares Classic Sonic, so why did I buy this? I bought it specifically to pair it up with my Sonic Nendoroid. Now, even though the color tones don't match all that well, the proportions match extremely well. So the Nendoroid has more of a classic Sonic body, but with a modern Sonic paint job when it comes to the eyes, the shoes, as well as the whole color tone. So even though these colors do clash, proportion-wise, they look good next to each other, and that's why I chose the classic Metal Sonic over the modern Metal Sonic. I wanted to look at that for a long time, but when I saw this was coming out, I'm like, I might as well just wait for this. But if we try to compare it to this Sonic that's in the box, I'm sure they would look phenomenal next to each other. But if I can compare him to any classic Sonic figure right next to him directly, it would be my Sonic Generations Collector's Edition statue. You can take the classic Sonic right off and then compare these two side by side. And honestly, I can see a good photo shoot coming from this. I can definitely work with this. Now that he looks good next to some other Sonic figures, how does he look next to some other Metal Sonic figures? Well, if I had a 4-inch modern Metal Sonic, I would show you, but I don't. But I do have a couple other classic Metal Sonic figures that I could compare him to. Like I said earlier, I have the Jazzwares one. It's crazy how lacking this figure is when it comes to detail. This is towards the end of Jazzwares where they didn't really care anymore. The quality control was like gone super downhill. They just stopped caring. But even then, this is not a quality control issue. Like, this is just a national thing. Like he didn't get any paint detail all that much, and this is exclusive to like a special pack where it came with the other classic characters plus a baddie, which I find hilarious because we compare him to the 2.5-inch Jakks one. This one packs so much more detail and is overall just a better figure. But I still love this because it's Jazzwares and I'm a Jazzwares fanboy. But if you compare these two next to each other, this one looks a lot more angry because of how the eyes are painted on. But overall, like, they mostly have the same amount of detail, except like, you know, the lines on his jet motor intake and outtake are more defined. And this one's just overall more articulated, and it's really impressive that this thing's as articulated as it is. So, do I recommend the classic Metal Sonic? Absolutely, that's easy. I kind of wish I had more figures to compare him to, because like this is a great addition to the lineup. Like this thing just looks so good. I'm really impressed with this little guy. But it has me wishing that we get more Nendoroid stuff. Like I want a Nendoroid Metal Sonic. I want a Nendoroid Amy. I want a Nendoroid Super Sonic. I want more Sonic Nendoroids that are actually good. But let's put him next to Sonic like that. Let's take Sonic off the base, and hopefully he can stand. With the soap shoes on him, he's not standing very well. That's okay though. I have another Sonic Nendoroid. Yeah, look at that. They look cool next to each other. That's so cool. That just about does it for this video. If you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. And also let me know in the comments, who are you hunting for right now when it comes to Sonic figures from Jakks? Because I'm still trying to find a Neo Metal Sonic, and I'm also trying to find a 2.5-inch Fang. I know it's gotten easier to find him, but in my area, he's not here yet.
Show my thanks.
And I'm dying for them to make a 2.5-inch Cream figure, so I can blend that in with my Jazzwares collection more, but oh well, we'll see what happens. But anyway, thank you for watching this silly unboxing, or not even an unboxing, it's just a review, because I totally screwed up the unboxing. And also, by the way, thank you for 17,000 subs. You guys are really amazing. Thank you. Which, quite frankly, I don't deserve it because of the crappy content I make. But anyway, I'll see y'all next one. Peace, peace.